Brock, after a very up and down season, you guys are going to play for the #1 seed next week. What do you how do you put that in perspective?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're thankful to be in this position, but I've said this before. It's just been one of those kind of years where it's like you have to focus on just the next day, the next man up, finding a way to win each Sunday, and then at the end you can look up and see where you're at. And so for us to be in this position is really cool. We're all grateful for it, but at the same time we have to go do something about it. And got to watch the film, get better, and go execute and win.
Brock, you guys scored 42 points in that. You got Hall of Fame tight end and Hall of Fame left tackle. You had a lot to do with it. Everyone, contributed. But how good is your offensive play caller?
How good is the what?
Offensive play caller, Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame coach. So, I mean, to be able to have him draw up stuff and scheme stuff up for us and put guys in certain positions and for us to just go out and execute, be on top of our stuff every single play, we're grateful to be playing for him, man. So, obviously, every single week he goes all in and gives everything he's got for this team, this organization, to make sure we're put in the right positions and to go out and have a chance. And so anytime we step out in the field with him as our play caller, man, we're always going to have a chance.
What's your sense of how Austin Pleasants did at left tackle for virtually the whole game?
Yeah, I mean, did amazing. Obviously, to have Trent go down first play, it's like, dang. And for him to then Austin jump right in, and he's a guy that we all love. And over the year, he's just been great in our locker room and just one of the boys on the bus. Like, everyone loves him, and he's done a great job just being ready all year. So for him to go in and play well like he did and allow our offense to keep rolling and not lose step, that was huge. So we all got his back, and he's going to keep getting better too.
How good was Jake Tonjes today filling in for George Kittle?
Oh, he did great. When George goes down, to be able to have a really good tight end step in and not only just know what he's doing, but make plays and be a guy that the defense has to account for in a lot of situations. For us, that's awesome. So for him to come in, ball out, hometown kid, obviously, but more than anything, he's a guy that has length, got great hands, and he's a guy that I trust. So it's really cool to obviously have both those good tight ends like that.
Can you take us through the touchdown pass to Juice?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a bootleg and just one of those things where the defense sort of did a good job covering it and just try to make a play, keep the play alive. And then obviously when I cut back in, defenses tend to, go into in cuts on scrambles. So just trying to keep the play alive and saw Juice in the corner. So it was cool that he had his antenna up too right there in that moment. And obviously he scored and you just try to give the team momentum and celebrate. So it was a cool play.
Game on the line, the Bears have a potential to score to win the game. What's going through your head? Are you praying? Are you even watching the play?
Yeah, I mean, I was praying that whole drive. Not only that, just like pulling for our guys, man, because it's been a crazy year, and for all those guys on defense to be able to step up and be able to compete their butt off, man, for them to finish out the game like that, I was so happy for them. But obviously, I was sitting there not really being able to do anything but watch, and for them to do a great job with the defensive line containing Caleb and the boys doing a great job in coverage and then him throwing the ball short, and then to be able to celebrate, it's a cool team win, man. There's nothing like that, so I thought it was special.
On the touchdown throw to Juwan, he was #1 in your progression, and did you expect that there'd be a lane there for him to get moving?
Yeah, I mean, I was just excited that we got that look and for him to have space back there. And then I was just happy that we got a completion and ready to play the next play. But then obviously he cross-courted it and kept going. I was like, is he going to get in? And he did. And so, JJ's a baller, man. He's a warrior. You give that guy a chance, he's going to give the team everything he's got. And at the end, he made a couple moves and scored, man. So shout out our boy.
Brock, how much fun were you having playing tonight? It seemed like, 5 touchdowns for you the second straight week. It seemed like you were just having a blast out there.
Yeah, it was fun. For us, it's not even just like, I'm gonna just go have fun. It's like I gotta do my job, and once I do my job and execute it, we score, then you can have some fun with it. But I think more than anything too, we got such a good group of guys that KB, JJ, D-Rob, all these fun receivers that bring energy to our team. So when we do score and we're executing, it's always a good time to be able to celebrate with them and feed off their energy. So, and that's our whole team, man. So it's been a crazy year. It's been a fun year, but obviously we got one more game for the regular season to lock in, and we got to go do our job.
Brock,
you're scrambling or making plays outside the structure of the offense, how much of that is something you mentally prepare for, like during the week? Like, is that part of your preparation, or at that point, is it just all kind of natural instinct?
Yeah, no, it's sometimes we'll like have a play drawn up and whatnot, and we've seen some defenses like run right up the field, and it's like, okay, be ready just in case our look isn't there to use your legs. But it's never, going into a game, hey man, I'm gonna scramble my butt off here and this and that. It's just one of those things where if it happens, it's football and it's gonna happen. How can I be smart outside of the design of the play, but also have my eyes downfield because guys are moving and working, and there are explosive plays out there. So I feel like it's something that I've sort of continued to learn as I go, and it's part of my game. So hopefully we can all be better as a team and as an offense moving forward with that.
Brock, Kyle said on you guys last time, he was trying to thread the needle a little bit as far as trying to score with as little time as possible, score a touchdown. Obviously, that's hard to do. Is he communicating that with you, or are you having awareness of that, or are you just like running the plays and just trying to score a touchdown?
You talking about like before half?
No, I'm talking about the last drive. Like you scored with 2 minutes, 15 seconds or whatever. And people are like, uh-oh, you scored too fast. So he was saying that he was trying to score as late as possible, but obviously, it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I think, we've talked about certain situations where you obviously don't want to give the offense on the other side of the ball a chance. And so with that, it's like there's certain situations where we know that we want to bleed the clock and score late. That's like the perfect world, but at the end of the day too, man, like if the defense gives you an op to score, you got to go take it. And I thought JJ did a great job with that. Our offense as a whole did a great job with that, and you can't apologize for that. So, yeah, to answer your question, like he does tell us ahead of time in certain situations, not every single time, but we all understand that that's sort of what's at hand. So, you had a question?
Yeah, Kyle said on that pick, you took the pick six. Kyle said he told you that was the right throw to make. The guy just made a good play on it. Did that make him telling you that and you knowing that was the right play to make? Did that make it easier for you to smooth past that?
Yeah, I mean, I let the ball go, and I thought there was a window there and a hole there. Corner just made a good play. He was aggressive on the first play of the game, and it's just unfortunate that, obviously, for our sake, the ball got tipped up and they scored off it. But for me, it's, you can't lose confidence because I did my job. I was throwing the ball where it needed to be. Defense made a good play, so you got to tip the cap, But it's early in the game, so you do have to flush it and be ready to play a whole game after that. So that was a first for me. But thanks, guys.
This offense is putting up a lot of points. We've been on teams where they've done that, but right now, how does it feel like in terms of the groove you're in going into the most critical time?
It feels great, man. Yeah, I think we're getting better every week, and that's what we say every week is our only goal is to keep getting better in every aspect of the game. And so I'm proud of our guys, proud of the resiliency in that locker room, and we got to keep rolling.
We were asking you why the run game wasn't working. Now it's working. Why is that? What do you see?
I think just a collective effort of guys just sticking to the plan, continuing to get better, straining, and there's not like one answer. I think it's 11 guys just committing to it, and O-line's been doing a great job opening up lanes. Brock's been great on the boots, making people pay, putting a lot of pressure on defenses. And so, I think we're seeing it and hitting it, and we just got to keep it rolling.
Christian, you guys are one win away from the 1 seed in the first round bye. I mean, how do you view that? How important is that?
Very important. We know what's at stake right now, and so got to have a great week of prep and get ready to go.
Christian, you mentioned Brock on the boots, and that it looked like he was going to do it again on that last drive, and the throwback is great to you. Do you have a sense of, like, just because of the way the defense is going to react, that's going to be, you don't know, right? But you have a sense that you might be able to pop that just because of the way the defense is going to flow to Brock?
I don't know. Whatever play's called, I just try to execute it, with the best of my ability. I think that's a play caller thing, seeing everything, seeing what's going on. But I try to simplify my mindset in games and just whatever play's called, do it at the best of my ability.
How important was it to do what you got to do when Trent Williams is gone after the first snap and George isn't on the field?
Yeah, again, it's just a testament to everybody in that locker room. The competitive stamina, the belief that we have in each other. we have such a great staff, great leadership on this team, man. And each week, we know we can win any game. It's just a matter of going out there and executing and playing together. And obviously you hate seeing guys like that go down. It sucks, but guys step up and do what you can to get a win.
Christian, Brock has described himself as sneaky athletic. Would you say that maybe the sneakiness is not sneaky anymore?
I don't think it's sneaky. Yeah, I mean, I think he's athletic. Yeah.
What does his ability to make plays outside the structure of the offense do for the ceiling of your offense?
Oh, it's huge, man. If a play doesn't work, to be able to scramble, make plays downfield, make plays with his feet, it keeps drives alive. It's a big deal. So, and he's incredible at it.
Christian Ton just stepped up today. It's like he's playing like a starting tight end. I mean, it's really quite incredible. What do you think of Tonjes?
Yeah, man. I have the utmost respect for him. It's been unbelievable what he's done this whole year. And I think, first thing I think about is George's leadership. When you have one of the best tight ends to ever play in that room, those guys get to watch him every single day. And so he's done such a good job when his number's called, stepping up, making big plays for us. And proud of him, man. He's a hell of a teammate, hell of a player. And again, showed out again today.
The offense, when Kyle Shanahan can call zone reads for Brock Purdy, the defense has to honor him as a runner.
Again, it's big, man. It keeps drives alive. I think as a running back, it's huge because it's just another guy you got to take account for in the run game. So definitely a big deal.
Were you able to catch some of the Seahawks game this morning, see how Sam was doing, how they were?
No, I try not to watch any. I might, if it's on in the locker room or something, I'll just peek. But I try not to watch any games before our game.
Seahawks, or not the Seahawks, the Bears have the ball with the chance to win the game. What's going through your head on the sideline? I know Brock said he was praying, but are you praying too? Are you watching the play? Or?
Yeah, I think that's the only thing to do at that point. Man, I'm just so proud of our defense and the way they stepped up. It took every single play for them. And I know those guys in the locker room they want to get better this week, but to show up and to make a play when it counts at the end is a huge deal, and we'll keep getting better.
What separates Kyle as a play caller in your mind?
I think his knowledge, I was actually talking with some of my family members this week, but his understanding of not just offensive football but defensive football. I think when your head coach and your offensive play caller knows defensive football just as well as anybody, it allows us to open up, stuff not just in the run game but in the pass game. He really understands gap integrity and everybody's responsibility on defense, and he sees it better than anybody. And it's I think he plays to not just the structure of the defense but the emotions of the defense. If some guy's an aggressive guy, he knows that, and I think it's something that he was born to do. He's been doing it for a long time at the highest level, and again, like when we're in those meetings, it's like football, heaven. As a football nerd, you just learn so much every week, and it keeps you on your toes every week. It's definitely fun to be a part of it.
His knowledge of defenses helps him manipulate defenses.
Yeah, I mean, look, you'd have to ask him that. I don't really, I don't know what it is that makes him so good, but I know that as a, running back in my 9th year, to have him as a play caller is an honor, and I don't take it lightly. I don't take it for granted. Appreciate.
You guys got one on Saturday night last week. Is there something to be said about losing that day, back-to-back weeks?
Whatever happens, we're ready for whatever. 2 short weeks in a row, but I know we got the guys who can handle it, and we'll be ready to roll. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.